How's it? Today is Saturday, April 8th, and I'm doing front squats, sumo deadlifts, bench presses today. As far as training goes, for the majority of this training block, I was doing squat, bench, and then deadlift, doing like three threes, whatever I did on the Wednesday. Benches, five fives, kind of increase accordingly. Deadlift was five fives for a time, and then go went up to a top set of five with some down sets. Last week I shifted to having no squats, only deadlifts and benches on Saturday, but because of the way that things have been kind of transpiring lately, from Wednesday to yesterday to today, lots of things have kind of changed. Wednesday I felt a tweak in my adductor on my right hip, and it kind of made it a little bit difficult to walk, but it was manageable on Friday a little bit. I got it checked on Thursday. Sorry, I'm going actually into the training session itself. I'm going up to a heavy front squat today. This year, 150 is the most I've front squatted in probably 9 months. I went to 155. I tried, but I failed miserably. And I was going to try again. I did try again. I failed again. This one was a lot worse than the first fail. But yeah, kind of going back to what I was saying is that on my hip on Wednesday was a little bit tweaked, and then on Thursday I had it checked out at work from one of the PTs, and she helped me out a lot. And then I basically just dialed it back a little bit for Friday's training. Steve wanted me to do very partial lifts, so hang powers, so not even full squat, not even the full lift from the ground. So that was kind of the goal that he set for me. But I wanted to do the full lift, so I got stubborn and I was told him I'm gonna do snatches all the way, like full snatches, if it feels good. It felt good. It felt completely fine. One thing that did happen though is at work last night, my hip was really achy. I didn't have any front squats in there yesterday either, so kind of to make up for that, I did the front squats that I was supposed to have done yesterday today, and my hip was completely fine with all of that. I did my warm up as I normally do, my hamstring warm up, and then I had those hip cuffs on, which I don't know if they helped me or not, but I don't think they hurt, so that's a positive. 150 was my top single, which is pretty good for me. I think my best single for front squat is like probably 160, maybe not even 160, maybe it's 155. I don't even know. I truly have no answer for that. But after that, I moved into my sumo deadlifts, which Steve actually didn't want me to deadlift today. But I told him I think I could, and he's like, just be careful. Last week I did 150 for five fives, I believe, if I recall correctly. And then today he just lowered that to five triples at 160. Just keep a little bit of heavy weight on my body. And, my hip was completely fine. I think I moved pretty well. You see here, I can do like kind of a touch and go, and then I'll have to reset. I don't know if that makes it easier or harder. Also, check out my freaking neck vein. That is crazy. That's crazy, dude. But yeah, I am not feeling anything as far as the hip goes right now. It's 11:42 right now, and I went to work today and it was completely fine. One thing I actually didn't note about yesterday is that with all my cleans, my upper back was completely fine, which is a big positive for me. I talk about it all the time, but I've been dealing with a lot of upper back issues for the last few years, and it's a really good feeling to know that when I clean and kind of just throw my body around, it's turning out to be okay. After my deadlifts, I moved into bench press here. I think I wanted to hit a PR. I think 255 is. I'm like fairly sure if 255 is a PR. But last week I did 250 for five, and then a few down sets. Today I aimed for 255 for a set of five. I was challenged, to say the least. It was very hard, but I do think I made it. I would count the first couple reps as pretty good, and then the last couple reps are my hips are definitely off of the bench, which at the end of the day, like I'm not competing in bench, and if I were competing in bench, I wouldn't be doing 5. So that's it's a pretty big positive for me. Um, One thing that was really interesting and kind of I should have seen this coming, but it's one of those things that you don't really think about. Was when I was benching, kind of getting my hip drive and my back in the correct position. It stretched my adductors a lot, and when I got up off of the 255 set, m- my body was hurting. My hips did not feel good, and so I was like, okay, if it doesn't go away, I'm just gonna do one down set and then move on from there, rather than doing all 4 down sets. This is my last warm up there at 245. Here's my PR set here, 255. First couple, like my hips are definitely on the bench there. This one too. This one it starts to shoot off. Yeah, and then oh yeah, you could put a fist probably under that. And then this last one here, I move real slow here. But yeah, I mean my hamstrings my hamstrings were hurting a lot. Um, but after I walked around here, um, my hips were kind of telling me like, all right, like don't push this too hard. So I just did a set of 4 here, and I was like, yeah, I need to make a smart decision, a business decision, just so that I'm not fucking killing myself moving forward. Couple weeks, I have a competition coming up, so I think that's a smart decision. After that, I just finished off with my back extensions. No dumbbell overhead walks today, just because last week my shoulder blade was kind of hurting big time. So yeah, that's it for today. I'm actually like 2 weeks out. Um, so at least if you include the Saturday. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Shoots.